is how it begins, 'cause it always ends the same. Give me a ring, we'll get together real soon. It's the same old tune. The toothbrush is gone, it's one cup of coffee. From now on each day, it's just a new chapter in gloom. In an empty room, it's with the snow deposit, love, there's no return. Kinda tired of this no deposit, love, where there's no return. Kinda tired of this no deposit, love. Kinda tired of this no deposit, love, where there's no return. Kinda tired of this no deposit, love.
Hello friends, thanks for tuning in. I'm Big Matt, and today we're going to give a demo on the Pioneer RT1011L reel-to-reel. This is a 4-track recorder, plays and records in the forward mode. It runs at 3 3/4 inches per second and 7.5 inches per second. I'm going to go over all the controls and indicators on the unit. First I'm going to put the unit into pause, and I'm recording from my PC, so I'm going to put that song into pause also. Okay, I'm just going to begin on the left side and work my way around the controls on the front of the unit. Again, this is the pause switch, and you saw what it does. This is your power on, power off switch. Reel size, it's out for the big reels. When you press this in, then the tension is set for the smaller reels, 7.5 and smaller. It has 2 speeds, 3 3/4 and 7.5 inches per second. Again, we're recording at 3 3/4 right now. When we start back, I'll let it play at 3 3/4 for a little bit, and then I'll change the speed to 7.5 inches per second. These are your VU meters for the left and the right channels. I changed out the incandescent bulbs with blue LEDs. I added a dimmer on the rear of the machine, so you can bring the illumination up or down as needed, whatever your preference is. Continuing to the right, this is your control panel. Record, rewind, stop, forward play, and fast forward. To record on this unit, you're going to press these 2 buttons down and press the record and play buttons simultaneously, and then the unit will be in the record mode, and your red indicator will illuminate also. The next 2 switches are for your bias and equalization. You can follow what the manual tells you for setting these switches in the up or down position according to the tape you're using, but I found that it's best if you experiment with using the tapes, using the switches. Try every combination with the tape that you use and see which one works best for you. Without going into a lot of detail, I found that's the best way to set those bias and EQ switches on any machine basically, because it only come into play during record mode. When you're playing back, these things don't do anything, but they do set the bias and equalization during the record mode. So experiment with that and just pick the one that you prefer the most. This is your tape monitor switch. When it's in the up position, you're monitoring the tape or what's being played on the tape. When it's in the down position, you're monitoring what's coming into the machine. This is your output control, or volume control, you could call it, because whatever you're playing on the tape or any input you have coming in the machine, if you're in the source mode, this controls the output level of the machine. This is your headphone jack. These are your two microphone inputs. This is your line level input for the left and right channels for your CD, tape player, or MP3 player. You control the amount of signal that's coming into the machine with this line input. Same with the microphone inputs. After you have your microphone plugged in, this controls the amount of signal that'll be passed through the Pioneer RT1011. Moving to the rear of the machine, I do want to point out a couple of things. There is some cosmetic damage on the rear, both rear panels, both of the top rear portions of the side panels. There are some scuffs on both of them. I added these little Pioneer decals and the RT1011 decal on the other side. They're just taped on. They're little wooden cutouts that I made. If you like to make these things permanent, simply use a wood glue and they'll adhere to the side panels permanently. You can paint them or stain them any color you like, or if you don't like them, simply pull them off, pull the tape off, and you've got a smooth side panel. The rear is pretty straightforward. This is your output. These are your output jacks, input jacks, your DIN inputs, ground, power cords coming out. This is the dimmer switch that I installed for the LEDs. Moving to the other side. Again, this is the RT1011L decal. It's just taped on there. You can take it off if you like, or if you want to mount it permanently after you stain it or paint it. Some wood glue will hold it on there fine. A couple of marks at the rear of the machine here, and a couple of scrapes on the side. Nothing too significant, but this unit is not meant cosmetically because there are a couple of scratches on it. But overall, it's in great condition. Operationally, it works great. I'm going to begin recording that same song we listened to. I'm going to cue it up first in on YouTube, and we'll be able to hear it using the tape source switch. Okay, that's what's coming into the machine. Okay, this is the actual recording.
How it begins, 'cause it always ends the same. Give me a ring, we'll get together real soon. It's the same old tune. Toothbrush is gone, it's 1 cup of coffee from now on each day. There's just a new chapter in bloom. There's no deposit, love, there's no return. Kinda tired of this no deposit, love, where there's no return. Kinda tired of this no deposit, love.
I'm going to boost the speed up to 7.5 inches per second.
Kinda tired of this no deposit, love. Myself up and I try to believe again. I keep hoping one day maybe my bad luck will end. You see, I just pretend today is a bust. There's always tomorrow. To tell you the truth, I beg, steal, or borrow to feel. For once a love that's real. There's no deposit, love, there's no return. Kinda tired of this no deposit.
Again, this is the Pioneer RT 1011L wheel to wheel.